Stop scrolling, because this coin could be hiding real money. Yeah, you heard me right, real money. We are stepping into a world that exists right under our noses, a world of quiet obsession and high-stakes treasure hunting. We're looking at a piece of history that most people toss into a jar without a second thought. It's a modern mystery wrapped in copper and nickel. But to understand why, we've got to look past the surface. We have to look at the secret life of a coin that was completely overlooked by the general public, but has somehow become a total obsession for serious collectors. What we're about to uncover in this explainer is going to change the way you look at your pocket change forever. It's a familiar shape, isn't it? That classic 12-sided 50-cent coin. You've got the iconic coat of arms with the kangaroo and emu on one side and the queen's profile on the other. It feels normal, it spends normal. It's exactly the kind of heavy change people throw into drawers or just leave rattling around in their cup holders. But in untouched, uncirculated condition, this exact piece of metal becomes a completely different beast. But here's where it gets scary. How does a normal coin, a coin stamped with the simple value of 50 cents, become something collectors quietly fight over? How does an everyday object transform into a high-value target that sends grown adults digging through old collections with trembling hands? To answer that, we have to go back in time. The story really starts in the early 1990s. The economy was stagnant, a brutal recession had taken hold across the country, cash was still absolute king. And in that chaotic environment, 50-cent pieces were definitely not treated as collectibles. They were disposable tools. Pumped out, tossed into pockets with sharp keys, jammed into vending machines, dropped and scraped. They were violently abused and rapidly destroyed at a speed collectors simply couldn't control. To truly grasp the value here, we have to look at a fascinating concept called survival rarity. Most people think a rare coin has to be ancient, right? Or made of solid gold or struck in tiny limited numbers. But that isn't always true. Survival rarity means millions of these coins might have been minted, but virtually none of them escaped the fate of circulation without damage. They went out into the harsh world and the world absolutely ruined them. And that's when collectors realized something. Coin dealers started seeing a very strange pattern. Worn out 1992 50-cent coins were everywhere. You could easily find them in your change. But clean ones, uncirculated ones with zero scratches, they were disappearing. Quietly, like ghosts vanishing into thin air. When collectors sense that a specific year and grade is vanishing, they stop acting like casual hobbyists. They start acting like predators. They smell weakness in the market. They smell a massive opportunity, and they begin hoarding any untouched survivor they can find. Roll by roll, bag by bag. The hunt for absolute perfection begins. So you might be asking yourself, is it really rare? Well, it depends on what you mean. Is the piece of metal itself rare? No, there are thousands of them out there in the wild right now. But is it rare to find one that looks like it was frozen in time the exact day it was minted? Absolutely. This is what divides the market. Normal circulated coins have scratches, bag marks from clinking against other coins, and a really dull finish. But high-grade uncirculated coins, they have this original liquid shine, razor-sharp details, and flawless surfaces. You see, collectors don't just chase dates, they chase perfection. A single tiny scratch, a single microscopic scuff, and the value drops instantly. But then, something happened. The hunt turned into a psychological trap. You see, serious collectors don't just buy random coins. They build complete sets, year by year, date by date. And when you have every single year in perfect condition, except for one, that one missing space becomes an absolute, undeniable obsession. It sparked a literal nationwide treasure hunt. People started digging through old jars in their garages, searching through heavy bankrolls for hours on end, hunting in forgotten coin purses. The 1992 50 cent became the key date curse. It's the gatekeeper, the one missing piece everyone desperately needs to conquer their collection. And when millions of people start hunting for the exact same thing, the supply vanishes even faster. So, ask yourself, why is it hard to find in mint condition? Because the very second a coin enters the chaos of everyday transactions, the moment it gets tossed into a bulk bank bag or slid across a rough counter, its chances of staying uncirculated drop to basically zero. It is a genuine miracle for a coin to survive 30 years without a single mark. This is where the story gets darker, because wherever there is high demand, high prices, and desperate buyers, the scammers are never far behind. They don't care about history. They care about human weakness. They care about greed. There is a massive difference between original preservation and a scam. Real original mint luster is beautiful. It has a living glow. It rolls across the metal like a liquid wave when you tilt it under a light. But scammers take damaged coins and chemically dip them or violently polish them. The result is a cleaned coin. It might look shiny to a beginner, but to an expert, it looks flat. It looks dead. It looks completely unnatural. Cleaning a coin strips away its original surface and destroys its numismatic value forever. These are the brutal traps waiting for unsuspecting buyers. Chemical dipping, carving and altering dates on common coins just to make them look like the 1992. Creating fake artificial shine, or worst of all, selling an AU coin, which stands for about uncirculated, as a true mint state coin. AU means it has tiny, almost invisible wear. But in this ruthless game, that tiny wear is the difference between an affordable coin and an absolute fortune. Dishonesty rises with demand. The highest points on the design, like the queen's cheek and the crown, that is exactly where invisible wear hides. This is the battlefield of authentication. If you are dealing with a high-grade 1992 50-cent piece, professional grading is an absolute must. Third-party companies will verify the coin, assign it an official mint state grade, like MS65 or MS66, and seal it in a tamper-proof plastic slab. That piece of plastic is what turns an argument into guaranteed money. And then the bidding starts. When a professionally graded, flawlessly uncirculated 1992 50-cent finally surfaces at a major auction, the entire coin world notices. The room goes dead silent. You can literally feel the tension in the air. We are talking about massive premiums here. For top MS grades, the price just violently skyrockets. It starts calm, but then the numbers climb higher and higher. Some of these have sold for shockingly high premiums. We are talking about hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars for a coin that literally says 50 cents on the back. It is pure chaos and brutal competition. The psychology behind this madness is actually pretty simple. They're not buying a coin. They're buying a win. In that auction room, logic completely disappears. The pain of losing the auction is somehow worse than the pain of spending the money. Collectors will overpay simply to conquer the key date and dominate their rivals. It is total psychological madness. So, what if you find one? What if you pull open a forgotten drawer today or look deep in an old jar and see a bright, untouched 1992 50-cent coin staring right back at you? What do you actually do? If you find one, you must follow these rules to the letter. Step 1. Do not clean or rub it, not even with a soft cloth. Step 2. Store it safely in a proper holder immediately to avoid hairline scratches. Step 3. Compare the luster online to ensure it's not a fake. And Step 4. Get it professionally graded. Rushing to touch the surface with your bare hands will destroy the grade instantly, turning serious money straight back into normal pocket change. This is what collectors call a sleeper. It's an eerie reality that this hidden rarity is still out there. It is quietly circulating. It's passing from hand to hand, waiting in coffee cans and under car seats, just waiting for the one person who truly understands its incredible worth. And that's why this coin isn't rare in your pocket. It's rare in perfection. The difference between ordinary and legendary is not the year, it is the preservation. So as we wrap up this explainer, go ahead and check your change, because the 1992 50 cent is not a normal coin. It's a silent legend.